episode of Outcasts to Icons, and as always guys, if you are enjoying the series, please do drop a like on the video. Now, I'm, as you will have guessed from the last couple of days of videos, particularly my other series, not feeling well. I think I have a throat infection, but I'm pushing on through to get the videos done because, you know, what would it be? What would a day be without some videos done? So apologies if my voice does crack up a little bit or I sound a little bit like a zombie. So, but I'm going to try my best. Anyway, also, the other reason is I don't know if I actually said we were going to do the Augsburg game, and I actually can't remember. My brain's a little bit fried because I'm running a bit of a temperature at the moment, so I'm hoping that that's what I said I was going to do. Basically, because it's taken quite a long time to do the games that we've actually had, just because transfer window takes fucking ages. I actually had time to go on Listverse and read like 4 articles while it was processing the final day of the transfer window. So there's that too. Right. Also, thank you massively for all the support on the new subscribers after the new series was launched. It's been fantastic. And also, this one seems to have enjoyed a little bit of a rejuvenation since we joined her. So that's fantastic as well. I really hope you are still enjoying where we're taking this. Now, basically, since the last episode, we've not brought in any more players. We have sold one, though, because I'm just desperate to try and get money at the moment. This season is all going to be... basically, anything that happens regarding us going up potentially this year is going to be merely coincidental. I'm using this as a kind of stabilization season, essentially, to try and just stabilize the club a little bit. So as you can see from transfers, nothing's changed there. The only thing that has changed is Uga Bulut, one of our very talented young players I've had to sell just because we needed the cash. Now, he's gone for 500,000 there, but it's actually going to rise to around about 1.1 million in the end, and we just needed the cash. But unfortunately, within seconds of me actually doing that, a load more money went out, and whoops, we're back 600 grand in the hole. Now, we might get some money from cup runs. It's going to be a difficult season for us, that is for sure, because we are running a huge deficit, and I just don't know how we're going to get out of it, but we're going to do our best. Now, I'm hoping that if we can pull off a miracle this year and actually get ourselves up, then that might solve our problems, because the TV money that we'll get from playing in the top flight could be huge. What I'd also like is potentially a couple of... like a cup tie, for example, against someone like Dortmund or Munich, so we could get ourselves a bit of money from that as well. So, yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. It's just a question of whether we can actually get that or not. But we're going to do our very, very best. And we've started off the season well. Now, it's one thing that this system has now. It is goals. My God. So, as you know, opening day, 1860, we beat them 5-0. And it was brilliant. Fantastic. Next game. Right. So... I don't think I've ever, if this was a live com, I would have got lots of dislikes on it. And the reason for that is because I would have been ranting and raving like a madman, I can tell you. Because Alexander Ring gave us the lead on half an hour, and bear in mind, are not the best side. They're a sort of lower mid-table club, so I wanted to go here and try and win, basically. That was the overall plan, was to go there and try and win the game. Alexander Ring gave us the lead, and... very strange as well. He can play in many different positions, and he's not normally one that I would expect to be getting goals, but he did. He got us a goal, and then he got another goal. 2 quick goals from him. We're 2 goals to the good. Away, I'm happy. Everything is dandy. Then, as you can see, O only had 4 shots in this entire match, only 3 of which actually went on target. And all of them occurred in this little spell of play. So, Gianluca Doro gave them a goal back on 37 minutes, and it sucks because it was their first real shot. I think they'd had 1 shot off target at that point, and they scored with their second shot of the game. It was their first shot on target, which was a pain. Then in first half stoppage time, free kick whipped in, and Doro makes it 2-2, and I was gutted because they'd had 2 shots and they'd scored both of them, and we'd been, well, not battering down the hatches, but definitely with a better team in this. And then straight after half-time, wouldn't you know it, another shot, another goal, and we were somehow losing, and I was furious. And of course, in between that, they'd also had a man sent off. They had a guy sent off and still managed to score with their next 2 shots. It was mental. So then they basically went, right, we're going to shut up shop. Then, in the second half, Alexander Ring then went off injured. Nothing could have gone worse for us. Thankfully, Christian Mayer, another one of our youngsters, managed to level it up and get a 3-3 draw for us. But really, we should be winning that game hands down. It was a joke fest. Ring's going to be out for a little while. Luckily, Ryan Yakov's injury wasn't too serious. And at that point, I was not about to make a 3rd substitution, just because I knew it felt like one of those games where there's going to be more injuries. You know how they always seem to come along like buses. So yeah, there was that. But we got through it. Next up, we had Flensburg in the cup. And a pretty routine performance, it has to be said. Bojic gave us the lead, followed up with 2 goals from Ryan Yako in the first half to make it 3-0, and yeah, Bojic did get injured though, which was a slight shame. And then 2 goals from Christopher Julien, both from set pieces. 5-0 to Hertha, and that's a great result to push us through. We got nearly 100 grand for getting through, and we've been drawn against 1860 at home in the next round, so I'm fairly confident that we can get ourselves through another round of the Cup, and hopefully that'll mean a couple more £100,000 in prize money and the potential to draw one of the big teams, maybe, or a weaker side and maybe go even further. We're going to have to really rely on that this year. So a strong result in that game. Next up, we had Karlsruhe at home, and Karlsruhe, as you can see again with the injuries in this one, was an absolute clusterfuck of injuries. It was a shocker. Karlsruhe, they struggled last season, and as you can see, the main issue for them today in this game was that they struggled to get shots on target. Bojic put us in front. Christopher Kraus added to it before Todorowski grabbed himself another goal, made it 3-0, and we were kind of cruising at that point, but Bojic yet again got injured in this one, which was a shame, and I think we actually had another injury. I'm pretty certain that one of our subs got injured too. Was it one of our subs? Wait, where's he gone? I feel like I had to take off a substitute in this one as well. Apologies for that, guys. FM decided to do that stupid thing where it minimises again because of Skype, which is a pain. So hopefully that won't happen, but there's still no guarantee that it may well happen. So I do apologise in advance. It'll all be seamlessly put together, so you won't. Well, you will notice because I've literally just told you. So there's that. So yeah, 3-0 win over Karlsruhe. Lovely old job, nice and sorted. Next up, we went to Hansa Rostock, and I expected us to go there and win. I did, because they're one of the struggling teams and are newly promoted. But 4-0. I mean, I can't even say that we didn't deserve it, because we really, really did. Bartosz Kapushka has been in immense form this year with assists, and this time popping up with 2 goals. Christopher Kraus with another, and Breno even got on the score sheet in this one. It was a brilliant performance from Kapushka. I think he's already got 4 assists and like 3 goals this season, and a 4-0 win away from home. You couldn't have asked for more in one game. It was perfect, and that leaves us, well, currently second in the league, because Mainz have managed to win 4 out of 4 so far, but we've already scored 15 goals in our first 3 matches this season, and that to me says a lot about what this season's got in store for us. We look fantastic, and only 3 goals conceded as well, plus 12 goal difference already. We look bloody brilliant, and I'm really happy about that. And yeah, today is going to be a toughie. Augsburg, where are Augsburg? They're actually struggling a little bit this year, and we are at home, so I'd like to think that we can get another win under our belt. Well, it really does depend. As you can see, Todorowski right up there with goals, as is Kraus now. Average ratings, we dominate. Assists, Kapushka is dominating there. Clean sheets, 3 out of 4 as well. It's good times in the Hertha Berlin camp at the moment, basically. We've had a couple of niggly injuries, but things are looking up. We've only got 1 player of the first team out injured at the moment, and all is well. So let's take a gander at the squad and see how things are going. Apologies, guys, I was got it set to that because I was looking at this on my other save. You'll understand when you see the episode. Top goals. 4 for Todorowski. I'd like to see Yako get a few more. He's got a few assists though, which is nice to see, and that's kind of important. Our strikers in this system need to be able to provide assists, and Yako has 4 of those, and so does Kapushka, but all of his are in the league. Sorry, guys. Once again, bloody Skype keeps fucking with FM, and it keeps making it minimise when I'm recording. So again, I'm really sorry. You won't notice any kind of gaps, I wouldn't have thought. It's just going to make it a pain in the arse to edit. Anyway, so where were we? Oh, you're right. Okay, average rating. An 8.6 overall for Christopher Kraus. He looks fantastic, and he's got a long way to grow still. You know, I think he's got great potential, and this could be the year that he really does shine for us, and that's going to be important. We're going to have to try and get him on a new contract, but I'm going to wait till there's 6 months to go so I can sort of see who's got what. It's going to be difficult, but we don't really have much choice because we've got no money. Aerial challenges, but we will have to go through and take a look at these guys. Julien's been fantastic in the air, won 14. Key passes, 14 for Christopher Kraus already, but 12 for Yako isn't bad either. Key tackles, 2 for Weissenberger, and Vucicevic has 2 as well. Only 2 key tackles, wow. And Weissenberger has 60 interceptions already. Breno is some of the most value. I mean, the thing is, some of these guys might even have to move on in the summer. If we can move some of these guys on for some big money, then that could really do us a favour, and I can just try and bring in some more. But it is going to be massively tough. That much I do know. Anyway, so, trying to think what else we need to show. Let's just get into the game. We're playing Augsburg. We're playing the Christmas Tree of Doom. They're playing a 4-5-1. We've done okay against 4-5-1s in the past. We've not got a good record against Augsburg, it would seem. Why are players on international duty during the season in a game? Why have we not got an international break? Also, what's this about? I can't quick pick teams anymore. I've noticed this month, and I don't quite understand why. It won't let me. It says there's rules in place. What rules? I have no team selection rules, other than that they have to be from these squads. Like, no matter what I do, it refuses to pick me a team anymore, and I don't quite understand what that's about. So that literally makes no sense to me. It genuinely makes absolutely no fucking sense. The only way I can get him to pick a team, there's no fixtures in force, is to go pick without restrictions, even though there are no restrictions. So I don't understand why that happens. It used to happen in cup matches with Red Star, but never in the league. So Rajewski is going to have to come in there because we're missing Brand, Casey, Rudolph, and obviously we've got players on international duty as well, Vucicevic, and annoyingly Todorovsky, I think. So not great. Rajewski, I've played him a couple of times out on the left-hand side, and obviously Trazer's going to come in on the left-hand side of defence. We're a little bit weak, to be honest. We're a little bit down on our luck, which is not exactly fantastic. Right, so let's submit the team. Let's get going, basically. Come on. Right, there we go. We are the favourites. I would like to hope so, right? Since it all not reset itself as well. Right, okay, we're good. Well, he's... Okay, well, I suppose it's not like they were saying, why did you leave him out, which they usually do. Okay. I still think we should have enough to overcome. I'd like to think that we would do anyway. You know, the Christmas Tree of Doom is a relatively solid tactic. It's certainly good for keeping clean sheets, but now that I've said that, of course, we'll end up losing 4-0 at home. We'll have another game like we did against Greuter. I hope that we won't get any like that this season. You know, anything we do this year in terms of actually chances of promotion, for me, is just exceeding expectations. We're expected to come mid-table, and the team we've got suggests to me that that's the case. But if there's one thing I know about this tactic, it does allow slightly weaker teams to overachieve slightly, and I'm hoping we can overachieve just enough to maybe get ourselves up to the top flight. Jaco's through here. Go on, Ryan. Yes! 1-0. What a counter-attacking break that is, and Ryan Jacko proving that he can actually finish off a goal, and he's got his third goal of the season. It's 3 and 5. It's not bad. I could just do with a little bit more prolific goal scoring from him, if I'm honest. This strategy relies on that. What we need is a player that's going to play like Milos Djordjevic did. Also, I needed to address something here, actually. Basically, I keep getting comments about why aren't you signing players from Spartak for this team? Because why would I do... Like, I understand that that's what we want to do with the save, but there's no point in me buying players because we can't afford any. But secondly, why would I buy players that aren't going to be good enough for the team just because they're there? Like, I'm looking at maybe, if I can at some point, bringing in... there was that youth player that isn't Ishkakov. There was another one that came in. Something Glutkin, I think. He looked like he was better. He might be the only one that I could probably bring in that's going to be any good, that would even get close to maybe even at some stage in his career getting near this team. There's no point in me wasting our funds on players that aren't going to get near our first team. You know, this is a big step up in quality, so none of the players that I had at Spartak would be good enough to play for us. So that's the main reason, basically. I will do that at some point in this save, but only for players that's actually worthwhile, not just for pure nostalgia purposes. Oh, wow. Okay, so chance-wise, they've started to come back into this, but we are leading, and that one counter-attacking break so far has been the difference between us. Bojic, Weissenberger. If we can get a second goal, I'd feel much more confident. Rajewski. Oh, he's going inside, and it's not a bad effort, but it's not the best. I do have a set to not shoot very often, and I wish they would listen a bit more. Bojic seems to be one of those players that seems to be able to pick up serious injuries in games all the time, and yet never actually get a serious injury. Like, 3 or 4 times already, for me, he's got a red injury during a game, and actually not been out for... not actually received a full injury. Rajewski, go on. A second goal right now would be perfect. Kapushka needs to create something. He's our main creative force at the moment. Bojic, use your man out wide or pull it back across. Breno, go on, put up a good ball in, Breno. We're keeping the ball nicely, but we do need to do a bit more with it. Rajewski, he's cutting inside again here. Good save. And on the rebound again. Rajewski seems to have good dribbling ability because he's taken them on a few times now and beaten them off the dribble. Rajewski, Julien, it's 2! And Christophe Julien, I'll tell you what now. Right, I know he can play as a striker, and I think that is massively helping us with set pieces. Having a central defender like that can play as a sort of target man striker means he knows exactly what to do in these areas of the pitch. You know, he's an absolute... I mean, he scored a brace in one game for us already this year. 2-0 to us, and we are, well, at the moment, going top of the league, which is perfect, although I believe Mainz haven't actually played their game yet. So it's a bit of a false dawn, but again, it's extending the goal difference and keeping the clean sheet, and those are the two factors that oh no, we don't want that. Those are the two factors that I'm priding myself on the most. Scoring quite a few goals, getting a great goal difference, as well as keeping clean sheets, as many as possible. We've only had one game this season where we've actually conceded goals, and admittedly it was 3 goals, but they were all for 3 shots on target, and it was just one of those blippy games that you get. Bojic now with the ball in, flicking it in, and it's cleared away. Rajewski, can he drop it round the counter? He can. Bojic, Julien again. Oh, what a chance! I think that was actually deflected. I thought Julien was going to grab himself another brace. We've obviously got a little bit of a second option in terms of we've got a threat of a centre-back at corners who really clearly is a bit of a goal machine. I wouldn't be surprised if he got sort of 5 or 6 goals for us this year. Kapushka, go on, son. Oh, and Yako is in there, but alas, no. It's 2-0 to us. We're looking solid overall in this game now. It sort of has finally started to swing towards us a bit overall, right? Let's make some changes. What have we got off the bench? Not everyone's fit at the moment. Bayrak could probably do with coming on for Kapushka, who's not had the best game, if I'm honest. And what else have we got? I'm thinking Mayer, but I'm not entirely sure for... Actually, I'm going to bring him on for Kraus. I know he's a wide midfielder, but we, haven't been able to sign as many players as I would like just yet, which is a shame, but I'm sure we'll manage to... We've got a decent youth academy, and that is pleasing. If nothing else, that pleases me. So... The annoying thing about not being able to do the quick pick is it makes it really difficult to do squad rotation, because I have to then do it by hand, and... Oh dear, that's not good at all. Damn it, we've literally got no one that can play a left back. I'm going to have to bring on Schweinsteiger. Oh, Jesus. Breno can kind of play there, so we'll swap those two over and put Schweinsteiger at right back. It's not ideal, but it's the best we can do right now. I'd like to see if we can keep a clean sheet. That's our 3 substitutions made now. And another injury, which is not surprising, Grush. Reichenberger clears that brilliantly, and Yako's brought that down. Is there another counter? And this kid is pacey, but I don't know about the support. Yako cuts inside one. Oh, what a finish! Oh my god, we are deadly on the counter-attack. Ryan Yako. Second goal of the game for him. It's 3-0 to us now. We've been on a roll. Look at this for a counter-attack. He takes them on. I thought he was going to pass it. Goes past one, cuts inside, in off the crossbar. What a finish from Ryan Yako. That's more like it. That's why we signed this lad. Oh, Hertha Berlin 3, Augsburg 0. I'll tell you what, guys, maybe there is a chance for us to actually go up this year. Maybe there is. Even with all our money troubles and the lack of squad... Oh, what a strike. I don't know what the keeper's doing there. That's disappointing to actually concede a goal like that, if I'm honest. I would have much rather just kept the clean sheet and won 2-0. I don't really know what the goalkeeper's positioning was all about there. It looked like he was miles on the wrong side of his goal. Bit poor there from Thomas Kraft, I must say. But hey, shit happens. 3-1 win is still a solid result. We've been dominant in this game. Breno, Montero, maybe another one. Montero well blocked. And there we go. Hertha 3, Augsburg 1. 3-0 would have been better, but hey, we'll take it. 2 goals for Ryan Yako, man of the match, and he's finally starting to realise his potential, I feel. And that sends us top of the division, and you can't ask for more than that. Albeit, with games in hand for the other teams. But the point is, setting our stall out like this and winning 4 of our first 5 games, you can't go wrong with that. You really can't. Right. So, what should we do in our next episode? Thinking maybe Dusseldorf? There's enough games in between there, I thought. They're a reasonably good team. Otherwise, we kind of have to wait until... that could be the one afterwards, if I'm honest. I think we'll do Dusseldorf. So guys, if you like what you're seeing, please do drop a like on the video, and if you'd like to even more than that, please subscribe to my channel for more Outcast icons and From the Shadows in your inbox every single day at 5:30 and 8 o'clock. And I will see you guys in the next episode for a home match against Dusseldorf. Can we keep this run going? Only time will tell. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.